On this episode of Playlog, Tofr and I are going to see if we can guess each other's top 10 favorite indie games of all time. Hey everybody, CGDannyB back again with another episode of Playlog, the podcast where we talk all things indie gaming, but of course, can't talk indie games alone because that'd be super boring. So I've got my partner in crime, the Playlist Kid themselves, Tofr. What's poppin', homie?
I'm really excited because it's showcase season.
There's so much. There's so many.
But then again, there's so many of them, and I don't know if I can watch. It's too many games.
It's so much, man. We're gonna talk about the best indie showcase in a second, but like the mix was on this afternoon while the best indie showcase was on. So like we're gonna record this, do whatever, and then the plan is to watch the mix later tonight and just be like, cool, what else was here that I can wish list? But it's so busy. I thought Wholesome Games was on Friday, but it's on Saturday. So I was gonna watch it on my flight out to LA, and I'm like, no, now I have to find a time on Saturday while I'm in LA to watch the Wholesome Direct. I'll see if Mike and Collar are doing anything for it, but I'm like, I gotta see what's in here. But it's that season, man. I'm sure I'll come back, and I thought about coming back and like waiting for the mix to react when I got back from LA, but that's another like 7 days. I'm like, I don't know if I want to wait that long. I don't know if I can do that.
That's quite long.
We'll power through, but neither here nor there. Real quick, guys, we're recording much later than we usually are. Life's crazy. Things are going on. We're here. So I'm going to hop right into the housekeeping so we can get this show rolling. So I don't have Tofr up until 9 a.m. But, of course, I got to, anyway, quick reminder, that fun little panel we did at PAX East a few weeks ago. You remember the video game trivia one? That's right. This whole thing is edited and is uploaded onto YouTube for your viewing pleasure. So if you want to watch Jacob host, me yell at an audience about Tom Nook, and Steve Saylor say the F word, ooh, he said a curse, then you don't want to miss this panel. The video game trivia reloaded panel from PAX East 2025 is now up on Jacob McCourt's YouTube channel. So if you missed the convention and you have been dying to see us compete in video game based trivia, be sure to head over to youtube.com/@JacobMcCourt right now. Well, after this episode, because you don't want to interrupt this for that. But right after this episode and see how good we are at trivia. Another quick reminder, this Saturday I will not be available to watch the Wholesome Direct. If you guys are watching this episode the whole time, you heard me say that a moment ago. But I will not be here to watch with you guys because I'll be at Summer Game Fest Playdays with Jeff Keighley, the 6-1 guys, hopefully some Giant Bomb and Kind of Funny. That'd be pretty cool. But luckily you will not have to miss the event because Tofr will be streaming the Wholesome Direct over on their Twitch channel. So if you go to twitch.tv/play_nice_kids, you can watch Tofr react to all of the coziness and keep you up to date on June 7th at, I'm trying to think, I think it's 1 p.m. for us Eastern. I don't know what time it is for you.
I think it's 12 p.m.
12 p.m. for
Eastern.
us? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so.
I won't watch it later. You know what I mean? Jenny, why couldn't you make everything convenient for me?
Yeah.
I really thought Jenny was my friend. I can't stand her anymore.
Oh, wow. Confirmed.
Damn
Danny
right.
Can't stand Jenny.
Yeah, damn right. That's the first mean thing I've ever said about Jenny. And I part of me wants to make that a clip. Part of me wants to make that a clip to see what she says. But at the same time, I don't want to break Jenny's heart.
No.
She's so nice, dude. She's so sweet. Like, we went in to watch, I'm derailing. I said I wouldn't ramble, but I'm doing it. I told you I didn't take the ADHD meds today. But like, we went to watch, we saw the kind of funny, the 6-1 Indie Showcase at PAX. There were 2 separate showings. I went to our first showing. I forgot his backpack, so we went back up. And before, like, I get in there and Jenny's like, oh my God, Danny. I'm like, you again are not supposed to be excited to see me. I'm supposed to be excited to see you. So like, it's really weird, but it's so fun. She's so sweet. And then we finished the panel. We had a whole conversation. Like, she was going to SGF. She's like, I have other plans. I'm doing this, so I might go, but I'm doing that. And like, it's a weird, like, no, I don't want to, bump up Jenny too much, really, but internet celebrity that like I followed for a long time, and like, don't meet your heroes, whatever. But Jenny is so fucking sweet. Jenny is so nice. I love Jenny. Jenny's amazing. Yeah. But I digress. Anyway, Jenny Wyndham, way to fuck up my schedule. Thanks. Another quick reminder, just in case you missed it, on Tuesday, I dropped my June releases video. Despite being Steam Next Fest, there's still plenty of games that you can check out this month, all of the indie variety, and I picked the best ones for you, and also huge shout out to Tofr for working on the script for me this month. Really killed it. It took a lot off my plate, which I guarantee, had you not done that with this week I've had, I'm like, guys, I don't know if we're getting a June video. I haven't had time to sit down and write the script. Not been an option. But But anyway, yeah, go give that a look at youtube.com/@CGDannyB. Brand new video. We talk about the altars and date everything and Ruffy in the Riverside. And those are the 3 thumbnails. So it could be anything else in there. And on to our last quick reminder. As part of our podcast, we'll be doing our now bi-monthly book club. That's every other month we'll be doing it, where we go back and replay some indie classics or finally get around to some modern indies that we just haven't played yet. And for the month of June/July, we'll be playing American Arcadia. This cinematic puzzle game combines a 2.5D platformer and a first-person game to tell the tale of a thrilling escape. As Trevor, you have to escape the world's most popular reality TV show, where a drop in popularity will cost you one thing: your life. The thing is, people don't even realize that they're part of a show. Set in a gorgeous retro-futuristic 1970s, the game tasks you with trying to make it out alive. You can play the game during the months of June and July on Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. Then over to our write-in form in the description and give us your thoughts on American Arcadia, so this is one shot, for our July 29th episode of Playlog Podcast. You can join us live at twitch.tv/CGDannyB for the discussion, or you can catch the upload a few days later on Thursday the 31st on youtube.com/CGDannyB or audio podcast services around the globe. Timestamp.
Nice.
Woo! We nailed it. Now, before we get rolling, this is where we have our icebreaker, where we write. You guys get to write into the show using the link in the description. You can ask us your questions about gaming, content creation, life, etc., and we'll read it right here on the show, just like Foxwalker did. So we mentioned last week, we were like, "Hey,
Good
guys,
name.
Yeah, right? It's a great name." Been a while since we had anyone write in. We just haven't really been reading them, or there hasn't been anything to write in, so we haven't really marked on it. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, please use link in the description. Foxwalker says, "Is this an appropriate place to pitch your upcoming game?" I mean, yeah, I suppose. I will lie. No, I don't think anyone's I don't think we had a dev write in to be like, "Hey, I want to talk about my game in that form." I don't know how that translates or what vision we had of talking about the game, but abso-freaking-lutely. If you want, though, you could reach me at cgdannyb.ttv@gmail.com. That's my business email. You can hit me there. We can discuss what your plan was. I know you said I assume you have a vision for how you want to discuss your game or how you want to be brought up. And you said later in the year as you get closer to release. So by all means, shoot me an email. Again, cgdannyb.ttv@gmail.com. It should be in all my bios. You can just send me an email and I'll respond to you there. I'm getting ready to go to SGF, so I might be a little behind, but yeah, absolutely. You can do that. 100%. But yeah, that's a write-in question. Thank you for writing in, Foxwalker. We'll hear from you a little bit later in the show as well. Timestamp. Now we're on to the quick indie news. Our first headline being, I scrolled to the bottom. Shit, I gotta go back to the top.
No.
Hollow Knight Silksong Steam update ignites perfectly reasonable Shadow Drop hopes. This one comes from Victoria Phillips Kennedy over at Eurogamer. Last night, which, hold on, this was written on June 3rd, so it's gonna be a couple nights ago for you guys. Last night, Hollow Knight Silksong got some behind the scenes updates, and as had. Am I crazy? And has
Let me see.
And as has become true. Oh, got it. And as has come tradition, this little morsel of change has immediately raised hopes that maybe, just maybe, we'll be getting some kind of release date news soon. The Steam database update we spotted and sequentially shared on social media by Wario64, who noted that one of the update packages had just received its first update in 15 months. So, what could this all mean? Well, of course, it means that developer Team Cherry is gearing up for the game's imminent release, right? Since Wario64 posted... Right. It has to, man. They still have 2025. It still says 2025. Since Wario64's post, there have been plenty of other social media users who have come to the conclusion, switch to Shadow Drop. One excited fan wrote with an accompanying GIF of the U.S. office's Michael Scott getting very hyped up about things finally happening. I mean, we do know that Silksong is set for both Nintendo's consoles, and the Switch 2 is set to release this week following a Silksong teaser earlier this year. So maybe, that said, the game is also coming to other platforms as well, and others have suggested that either Summer Game Fest or during the Xbox Showcase on Sunday will be when Team Cherry finally releases Silksong out into the wild. Others are less certain, but manifesting a release this week all the same. And then... switcheroo here with a tweet that says, "Holy fuck, it's finally happening this week," and then with all the screenshots of the data and stuff. And there's some more there, but I'm bumbling over everything. So Tofr, you think we're getting Silksong this week?
Well, I don't think we're gonna get it this early in the year, but
Okay.
if we're getting it this year, then surely one of these showcases might have news
Yeah,
on even just the release window would be good.
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
fall, maybe set it up for the fall, because I know that there's gonna be a version of Silksong that's gonna be playable in September in a certain museum, but I can't remember
Oh
where.
yeah. Oh shit. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe around that time we
Okay.
might get a release. Let's hope so. I mean,
I'd be cool with it.
Team Cherry needs to get this game out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like it's the hype levels are getting too high, and it's gonna come back to haunt them if they don't get the game out soon.
Yeah, I'm, and we did a whole episode. It was one of our first like 10ish episodes, probably. We talked about like the hype of Silk Song, can it live up to it, etc. It will for some, it won't for most, because yeah, the Half-Life ism of it of oh no, we've waited too long. It's not as good as I wanted it to be. I hate the idea that it could possibly shadow drop this week because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I want to play it on PlayStation, and knowing that I'll be across the country playing a bunch of other video games. I have scheduled appointments to see video games that I'm supposed to be talking about. And they want to be like, by the way, Silk Song's out. Like, I would like to think that Jeff, knowing that he has this event going on, is not going to shadow drop Silk Song at Summer Game Fest. I sure hope is not happening. I pray. Because if it is, I'm going to have to pick it up on my Steam Deck. I had a list of things I was going to play on my flight, and the idea that I now have to change that entire list so I can play Silk Song, so I can fly back here and talk about it. Like, I'm excited at the idea that I could have it so soon, but I'm really hoping this isn't the case, and that's a very selfish like perspective I have on it. But
A little bit.
but also yeah, I think if Silk Song just got a date, I think the reason everyone wants it to shadow drop is because Hollow Knight had a shadow drop, but on Switch. Because I think Hollow Knight came out on Steam, wasn't super successful,
Right.
like still had good reviews, but like wasn't the phenomenon that it is. Then when it got its Switch shadow drop and everyone was gassed for it, like then it became this monumental thing. So I don't think they have to shadow drop this game. I really would prefer they didn't. I really, after getting Hades last year in the middle of May, the worst possible fucking time to shadow drop a game when like 40 other games were coming out, like I really would like Silk Song to be a more traditional, like, hey, it is coming out on this Tuesday. Here's the date. We'll see you then. Download it at midnight on your whatever platform, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would really, really, really like that. But I understand the hype of them shadow dropping Silk Song and how fucking nuts that would be. So I'm prepared for both.
I would feel so bad for like all of the other indie developers.
Yeah.
Especially with Next Fest coming up. as
Yeah.
well.
Can you imagine shadow dropping during Next Fest? Team Cherry, the balls on this team, dude. I mean, not that they, maybe not the balls in this team. They're Silk Song. They would, you know, if they're like, I know you're playing a bunch of demos, but, you know, fuck. Damn it, Silk Song. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Get out of here.
It's coming. It's coming.
It is. I am excited. I can't wait to play. I've been bugging myself to go back and like really look, because usually by this time this year I have my like top 10 list like structured, where I'm like, as I beat a game, I put it on the list. I'm like, I like it right here, and then I look back at it and like, did I really put this game above Split Fiction, or did I really put this above whatever, and like jump my list around accordingly throughout the year? And I've been really bad at doing that. I just have a list of games that I played and liked, where like I have like a number one contender right now, which I think I've talked about plenty, and I won't spoil for you guys, but right now I'm like, this is my indie game of the year. Like, this game fucks.
I wonder which one that could be.
Moonlighter, baby! It's not even out yet, and I can't wait. Honestly, and it's not even a quality thing at this point. Like, I would just put so much fucking time in Moonlighter. Like, I like currently that is the only game I can see right now that would dethrone what is currently listed up by number one. So, and I haven't finished that game yet, you know? Fucking nuts. But I'm excited. We learned there'll be a Moonlighter demo at Next Fest. That was public information, right? That wasn't something you're like, oh, so many games told me, and now
I have no idea. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Okay.
So let's hope it's public information.
Well, let's hope it is, because I might have just told the world about the Moonlighter demo that's coming out this week. Ooh. But yeah, neither here nor there. Yeah, I need to organize what my game of the year is going to be, and I see a place where Silk Song makes that list. if not an honorable mention, but like I think I'd be shocked if it hit an honorable mention. I think I'm really going to enjoy Silksong after playing Hollow Knight and loving Hornet and seeing how she's going to play. So I don't know. We'll see. Silksong it up. But yeah, let's know if you guys think this game's going to shadow drop this week. Timestamp, bada bing, bada boom. Next up, real quick, we have a lot to say, but also nothing at the same time, because during us preparing to sit down and record the podcast, the Best Indie Games Showcase was going on over on Best Indie Games on YouTube, which was you said
it went on.
Oh, it went on, brother. It went on. You said it was 4 hours, just over 4 hours?
4 hours and 20 minutes.
4 hours and 20 minutes of indie gaming goodness. Just game after game after game after game. A long showcase. I remember last year was about 3 hours. I do enjoy these long showcases, but I guess Tofr, you want to talk about games? Let's talk about the showcase as a whole first before we talk about games. I think games will be the fun part. How'd you feel about what you got to watch of this showcase?
I'm conflicted about it because at the start I was really excited. I had like a sheet of paper in front of me and a pen to write down all of the games I wanted to wishlist.
Yeah.
And then I kept on writing and I kept on writing and the games kept on coming and kept on coming. And it was a bit too much for me, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I felt my enthusiasm levels just drop and drop even more and drop even more. I think I said, can you round out the showcase, please? Out loud. Out loud. Like on three separate occasions.
Are we almost done?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a shame. Like, can you imagine, first off, being one of the last games in the showcase?
Yeah.
When everyone is just spamming chat about the showcase being too long and not being enthusiastic about games anymore.
Yeah.
And then your game finally comes out. I think
oh,
that
no. Yeah.
that must suck. Then a second thing, I noticed people in chat who had their game rejected for the showcase.
Oh no. Okay.
If you see the showcase going on for over 4 hours and your game got rejected, that must sting.
Is that what they were saying? They were like referring to the length and not getting in, or they just talk about how long
they didn't make that connection themselves, but
okay.
I noticed they were mentioning in chat that they were disappointed that their game wasn't in the showcase.
Yeah.
And that just got me thinking, like, seeing the showcase just dropping game after game after game and then having your game rejected.
Yeah.
Must suck. I can imagine that Clemmy got thousands of games to consider.
Yeah.
But a little bit more curation might have been good.
Yeah.
I think.
Absolutely. And I've said I've never spoken to Clemmy personally. I'm on the newsletter. Like I have a vision of what Clemmy's like cyclist, because Clemmy's putting on a video like every other day, every day. I forget what it's a lot. And like I struggle to do this once a month where I'm like, oh, I'm putting my voice into it and like, hey guys, da 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 da. Now, granted, I think I have a very different level of enthusiasm, like just tonally, than Clemmy does. I feel like I could see Clemmy just sitting down reading and you know, has a team to edit and everything else. So we're very different scales, very different sizes, right? But like it's a lot to keep this ship afloat, to do this multiple times a week, so many times a month, and talk about every game coming out, doing like here's Metroidvanias, here's da-da-da, here's like all these different types of indie highlight videos, which I, you know, strive to accomplish and do, maybe not every day like Clemmy does, but like for the showcase that really take out the Clemmy part of it, the hey, I'm talking about the game and here's a reference to what the visuals look like and everything. Like you are just getting trailer for trailer, which I think in a lot of cases, like we just had the III initiative, which was a huge thing. I love, we had those few stingers in between of like, by the way, goofy, silly text on the screen, back to trailers. Like those are fun. I'm not one to hate on like having the person come out and talk during a showcase. I like that type of brevity. I like the idea of becoming that person at some point, you know, like a wholesome director or, you know, a mixed showcase and getting to like talk about a game that's about to be shown. But I also understand just getting the sizzle reel is cool. You're like, oh, cool, here's another game. I think that's really a person to person. Like, do you prefer the, you know, the extra talking, or you just want to see the trailers for the games you like? But yeah, it's a lot for 4 hours of just game after game. And though I sat here and kind of had it on the side, I was trying to play other games. That didn't work out. I did not play a whole lot today. But, working on thumbnails for things, scripts for stuff. I'm like, oh, cool, this game looks dope. And like pause and watch the trailer, add it to my wish list, get back to working. Oh, another game looks really dope. I just kind of multitasking the entire time, which was the way I was able to make it through probably the first 2 hours or so before I was like, I got on a call with somebody else. I was chatting with her and didn't really have a chance to like focus anymore. But I intend to go back and watch the rest of it later, or at least go through some kind of press release of everything else that was announced. But no, I agree. I think 4 hours is a little absurd. And I ramble past it, saying like, I have to imagine at some point Clemmy has like hey, people paid or made some kind of contractual agreement to have their game included. And I don't know if that's biting off more than Clemmy can chew. And I say Clemmy, I say Best Indie Games as a corporation or group, what however you organize that. Having so much. Him. Is it just him? Damn.
I think so.
Power to you.
And brother. I also believe that he has a full-time job.
Jesus Christ.
Next to this, and a family.
How?
So, I don't know,
brother. How? He got the best mental health on the fucking planet, man. I tell you this. He got it all figured out. But yeah, then even so, like I relish the idea of us doing a showcase at some point, right? And imagining like our first one being maybe 30-40 minutes, being like, hey, we got like 20-ish games to talk about. But I would imagine ours, now we're a different case, but I imagine ours being like a 6-1 indie kind of case where we're like, hey, here's 3 upcoming Metroidvanias that you should check out. And then we sizzle reel. And then like, funny quip and banter and blah, 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 blah. But like, I don't know. I think those are cute and charming. I think it gives more personality that I really prefer. But also, yeah, when I'm just chilling and want just trailer after trailer, I got a lot of games out of this that I wish listed and want and look forward to playing, and know there's more that I have to check out. But I think I totally agree with 4 hours being a showcase length is nuts.
Especially with, like, as you mentioned, there were no breaks.
Right.
And I don't have the attention span to watch a 2-hour movie.
Let alone.
So how am I going to have the attention span for a 4-hour, 20-minute showcase with no breaks?
Yeah, dude.
I needed to, like, the good thing was every so often there was a game that interested just a little less.
Okay.
And that's when I zoned out completely.
Yeah, okay.
I was just staring at my TV, waiting for the next trailer to show up, and then I'll tune in again.
I did double check. I saw. Okay. I don't know if this is a regional thing. Anybody spell wish list like that?
Oh no.
I was like, wait, maybe I'm doing the U.S. thing where the way we spell color is different from the rest of the world. But I was is there a wish list?
That's just wish list.
Yeah. I had to double check to see if Chronosphere got a date, because I remember seeing the trailer, but I didn't pay attention for the date.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it did. But yeah, like we saw some similar games we've seen in other showcases recently, and I'm like, it was fun. I definitely want to talk about the games here in a second that we look forward to. And I'm tempted. I kind of want to get to the end and see like what the one more thing or what the end of the showcase was. I don't know if you plan to go back and watch and don't want that spoiled.
I just checked before we started recording, and I don't think there was a one more.
Okay, they just kind of.
I think it was just credits.
Okay, well I saw a little Gator game. What was that?
Yeah, there's a sequel.
Do we already know this?
It's called Little Gator Game and something.
Okay,
it has like a subtitle.
I didn't know. Oh my god! Yay!
Yeah.
I love Little Gator. Look at these characters. Aw, that's so lovely.
Oh, by the way,
Into the Dark.
Enter the Chronosphere was a 2026 game.
Okay, cool. That works. Yeah, I'm very excited. We get to play that one the guys got to play one at PAX. I played when we got home. Big fan of Chronosphere. I think that'll be a dope one when it's here. I think that's the next roguelike people are going to be fucking feeding over. I don't need that yet. I need this. But with that, I think we can probably talk about some of the games we saw that I think we're really excited for. Do you have anything off the top of your head you're looking forward to?
I was happy to see more footage. Truckful.
Okay, yep. Truckful looked good.
Looked really dope.
Yeah.
Like for the first time, we got to see more of the scary part of the game.
Yep.
and I like that. I was slightly disappointed that it's only releasing in 2026.
Yeah.
But then again, if it means that the devs have like more time to prepare and
Mhm.
not crunch too much, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Um,
Double check. I don't know if your mic's just a little too far. Like every now and again, it just kind of disappears the audio. I don't know if it's Discord being goofy
oh
or.
no,
I think it was fine. It
maybe
got the
it's
sentence through, but yeah, try it. I'm gonna just
I
turn it
don't know.
down here, and hopefully that's good. But yeah, I had to pause. 'Cause I think when we started watching the Truckful trailer, I thought it was just the same one we'd gotten a couple times before. It looked very similar, but then it like ended with this like chase scene with a giant like flaming red truck. I'm like, ooh, wait, Tofr, this looks cool. Like, yeah, here they're going through like some
It does.
back road, and there's like truck full. I'm like, no, my little truck. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. This one just visually looks great, but like it just looks really well. It did look cozy, and now this. I have a fucking chase scene in my truck game. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I wonder how like the different parts of the game is how that's gonna work.
Yeah,
Because there's clearly a cozy part to it,
right.
but then how is the scary part gonna filter in? I'm very curious.
I don't know. I'm like expected to be like a portion of the game, like oh in this area such and such happens, but I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. It's 2026 yet.
But we still have so much to play this year.
We do. The first game that I got really excited about and put on Blue Sky was Tidebound, which I'm like, is that a cozy dredge I see? It looks really cute. It looks super fun. I lost so many hours to dredge, which we'll talk about dredge later. And like just watching this, I'm being like, oh my god, dredge if they put a sun in the game. Like this is great. This is really cool. I think it looks really fun. This was the first like I had to open Steam to wishlist game when I saw it. I'm very excited for Tidebound. This one just looks cute.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I had been hoping that like the devs behind Dredge would have made this themselves.
Yeah.
Because they nailed that gameplay loop so well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm hoping that this game can replicate that stuff. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Hopefully. I'm interested to see, because I mentioned earlier, like we talked about shipping a couple weeks ago, which is very like organized, like game got boring after a little bit where I'm like, what am I striving for anymore? And the team making this is in collaboration or is like affiliated or combining with the team who made that game. So I don't know if that just means the goal is to crank out more games that are kind of menial task work, which I'm like, I'm hoping that's not the vibe we get from this. I'm hoping this is a little more close to like, hey, it is Dredge, just maybe less of the horror shit going on, you know, the Lovecraftian stuff, and it is more just the fishing part, which is fine. But if it is one that I load up, I'm like, all right, I fished for 10 minutes and I've experienced this game in its fullest. That would suck. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let me see. What else are you jazzing for? I know it's been too long listing games, but
there's a game called Nova Hearts.
Yes, dude. Yes.
June 19th release date.
Fuck
which
yeah.
I'm very happy about.
You couldn't tell me 2 days ago?
I'm sorry.
No, sorry. That was to the developers. That was to Lightbulb crew over there. Bastards.
Yeah, but this one looks so cool. Like somehow you get turned into superheroes.
Yes.
Who also have to date each other and have turn-based combat. And yeah, it looks so cool.
Big fan of this one. I got a demo key. Oh God, maybe a year and a half ago at this point, and really, really, really dug it. I was a big fan of it. I love the style. There was a very like Life is Strange meets We Are OFK vibe to the characters.
Yeah.
And I say that to hesitate because I have my beef with We Are OFK and how slow it can be sometimes, and where the story really just stopped being interesting after like chapter 2. But like this was the good parts of We Are OFK that I really dug, and when I was going through this, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And I kind of forgot about it. And when it showed up in the showcase today, I think I was in and out, so I didn't see the date. But yeah, dude, I'm very excited for Nova Hearts. This looks awesome.
Yeah. I was even more excited. Like the trailer for this one opened with the shape of a heart. but it's the exact same shape that was used in Sayonara Wild
Okay.
Card. So I was like, oh my god, are we getting a sequel to that?
It's happening. And then it was
Still excited for this one.
Or you find out they're the same crew. Nova Hearts ends and we become the team from Sayonara Wild Hearts. The next one I was super into was the Great Coffee Caper. This one looks so fucking cute. You're like a little detective owl. And you're like roaming around the map. I'm always hesitant. I want to say like Earthbound S Exploration, but I think that's misleading. But the like classic, it's like Zelda Game Boy kind of exploration. And as you find like little scenes with your magnifying glass, it becomes like a mini game where you're like zooming and chasing people around the floor. Like, I got to get this little dust bunny and everything. Like, it looks really, really fun. Like I was floored by this one. The visual style is awesome. I like owls. Owls are great. I think this is sick. This is what I'm feeling the Steam Deck vibe for this one. I don't know how great the mouse is gonna work with the magnifying glass with the controller, and the demo coming soon, so I'll try it.
Nice.
Look at the mouse.
I love how we're getting like all of these animal detectives.
Yes.
And they're all so good.
Oh my god. I just realized. Okay, so I have a folder on my computer. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. But it's like indie crossover art.
Oh.
The porn folder's somewhere else. But like, hold on, let me digress. Let me. I'm hoping there's nothing horny in here. But like, we had like it was fucking Floppy Nights and Krill, not indie, but the Stellar Blade girl, the Wild Frost and Balatro one. It was Ultros and fucking Cat Quest, Chicory and Venba, and I'm like, these are all really cute. It's like I have a folder of all these. Cult of Lamb and Gungeon. Amazing. Like I just have oh my god, this is one of my favorites. The fucking crow and tunic. Some are official from like devs, some are just like fan art. Duck Detective and Frog Detective. So now I'm like, can we get this with the Owl Detective in there? Like Duck Detective and Hellblade. Just the whole Devolver. Yeah, I love Cult of Lamb. Anyway, I have a whole folder of these. So they're great. I love this art. Actually, hold on, I have one more, which I think you might really like. It's whoever this is from Elden Ring with Times and Galaxy.
Yes. That game is criminally underrated.
Yeah, I love these. They're so great. So yeah, if we get art of like Duck Detective and Little Owl Detective, yeah, I'm all in. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Let me see. What else you thinking? Any other big one?
I have. You'll never expect this, but I have a like deck builder that.
What? Okay.
Yes, it's called Become the Moon, and it's basically like that. In Hearthstone, you have this auto battler version of the game.
Yeah.
And it's like this, but like single player.
Okay.
So I am all here for it because I have spent way too many hours on Hearthstone.
Okay.
Way too much money as well.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And yeah, I'm very excited to see how this one plays.
Okay.
It looks like it wears its inspiration on its. It looks very hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait to play this one.
Okay, got it. Cool. Remind me to check my email then.
Okay.
I think I got a press email about it, but I don't. I hadn't looked at it. I just remember the name.
Ooh.
This was, I think, another one that I was really excited for. This was kind of in my like tuned out, talking on Discord kind of moment.
Yeah.
But it was called Paperhead, and it was this like cardboard cutout Doom clone type deal. And I'm like, this one looks sick. This one looks really fun. Again, I'm like kind of rewatching it for the first time, but I saw it and I'm like, is this from the Isaac team? And I sat there because the key art like looks like it's a Binding of Isaac character.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh, is this like their next thing? And I actually don't even know. They could be like Team Isaac, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's what they're called. I have no idea what the team's called. But like, yeah, like you draw shit.
The team behind the Binding of Isaac is also releasing a game this year. It's called Eugenics.
Right there. Yep. Okay. But look at that. You did like this little like slide kick, knocked the dude in the air, and then shot him in the mouth. You're like, I'm gonna get you, buddy. Bam. Yeah, this looks awesome. This looks
It does.
so fun. Yeah, I'm very into that. And then there's like you get your Doodle Bob pen where I'm like, hoimy noimy. I'm guarantee I'm gonna say that so fucking much when I'm playing this. Just start drawing hoimy noimy 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 just all the fucking time. Yeah, dude.
Hoimy noimy.
Hoimy noimy. I think that one looks awesome. I have a few here that I didn't like. Regions of Ruin. Was that in there? I think that was a different game. Dunebound. Bagdex looked cool. It's like a Pokemon type clone.
Yeah, Bagdex, absolutely.
Solitaria looked like a boss rush kind of Cuphead vibe to me. The bench was 6-1 indie. Alcahest was a cool like first person, maybe Dishonored-esque a little bit. We talked about Wall World 2. That was in there. Anomaly President looked cool. I've not heard of it. I guess there's another game, Anomaly Agent, I think is the first one, which I didn't know about till now. So that's out now, and then President's their next one. So yeah, I think there's some dope ass games that we're gonna have here, and I gotta see what else is in there. So yeah, Clemmy, if you want to send me that press release, soon, I can go back and not watch the other 2 hours that I haven't seen yet.
I think there's gonna be a Steam page.
That'd be much nicer.
Festival.
Be much nicer. Oh,
he mentioned that at the start of the showcase. Looking at Steam, not seeing. So.
Okay. Bet. Let's see. Wait, damn it, team! Are you kidding me right now? Why are you doing this now? Okay, we'll see. I got an SGF email and I was like, why would you send this now? What was I talking about? Did I timestamp? I think I timestamp. Timestamp. Indie games. We're talking about indie games, baby. Speaking of indie games, let's get on to the topic of the show. So, we talked for a couple weeks now about defining top 10s, right? Where I'm like, I have games that I love. You called me out for saying I like Messenger is my favorite Metroidvania, but I talk about how much I love Owlboy and and whatever. So we decided, your idea was to each have us put together our top 10 list, and then we put them in alphabetical order, so they're not like in any kind of like structural order. And we're going to try and guess each other's top 10 indie games of all time.
Yes.
So let's go over to this scene. So for audio listeners, I just unplugged my headphones. So if Tofr said anything really offensive right now, I wouldn't be able to hear it. Whoa, you just said that? Damn. It's funny because I did look at the audio track. So I don't know if you actually, or you just lip sync noise. So like now I'm saying
I was not.
Okay. Yeah, guys, you have to tell me after. Do I have to cancel Tofr? Listen, there were other names on that sticky note. I'll probably won't get a replacement. I think the other two. Listen, I'll tell you this: the other two on the sticky note are making content. I'll tell you, the one, she was really pretty. I was like, dude, she likes indie games, and then where's she been? I don't know. Gone.
Oh no. Oh, that's a shame.
Just kidding. It's all right. I think she posted on Instagram the one time with her husband. I was like, husband? Never mind. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god, I love indie games too. My husband loves. Sorry, never mind. I'm good. Like, I'm kidding, of course. Because hold on, I gotta close this folder because I just saw the Neva. Oh, I get it. Hold on, I'll show you. You see the Neva Gree one is really pretty. It's really nice.
That's pretty.
Anyway, I'll put this on a folder later. I'll show them to you. There's like 20 of them. Anyway, I can minimize this. I can move that. Anyway, topic of the show. So if you're listening to audio, you're gonna just hear us say a lot of names of games. So we're gonna have to go through the list for your sake at some point, just so you have some structure. But video watchers, we have a spreadsheet pulled up, and I'm hoping, can I get like a night? That looks like that's just enough to read it. I think that's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So yes, we currently have a spreadsheet that has 4 columns. There are my top 10 unranked and Tofr's top 10 unranked. And then we have 2 empty columns that are my top 10, Tofr's guesses, and then Tofr's top 10, my guesses. So we'll both go through our list alphabetically, mention what games are on there. Probably won't do a lot of reviews and stuff, but we'll definitely talk and mention them as we're like kind of ranking and thinking. Because this is all happening live. You're going to figure it out. And then we'll just structure the list and see how close we were. Yeah. So, Tofr, you like to start and read us your unranked top 10?
My unranked top 10 is Celeste, Citizen Sleeper, If Found, Mutazione, Night in the Woods, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Slay the Spire, Spiritfarer, Stardew Valley, What Remains of Edith Finch.
That's a tough list to deal with. It's a tough list to look at.
Yeah.
I
get
it's
that.
A lot. It's a lot.
Because I mention all of these games on a regular basis.
Yep. You sure do. You sure do. Much like I do with my top 10. My top 10, again, unranked in alphabetical order, are Cult of the Lamb, Cuphead, Death's Door, Dredge, Moonlighter, Monster Prom, Owlboy, Shovel Knight, The Messenger, and Wild Frost.
No Sea of Stars.
No Sea of Stars. I had to sit there. I had to really think. I said as I was doing this. So here's where I'm at with this. I don't know if you were in a similar spot, because again, I've not had a formal. These are my top 10. So this is this week's thoughts. I'm like, yeah, of course this is my. I look back at my game of the year for the last couple of years. I'm like, of course, Cult of Lamb would be in there. Of course, Dredge would be in there. Like, but I was going through my Steam library. I'm like, I played this and do that. But I'm thinking like, what did I maybe play on the Switch that I'm not thinking about? What did I play on PlayStation? I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh no, I didn't include. Like I thought Katana Zero. I think Katana Zero is a top 50. It might be a top 20. It might not be a top 10. But I was like, ooh, would I have put Katana Zero in here if I forgot about it and said I got to slide some down? So there's a chance that though this is my top 10 right now, I'm just forgetting about like something like, no, I didn't include blank. Fuck me, So I don't know if you had that problem or if you were just like, oh yeah, this is my top 10 for sure.
I made a list of all the games I would consider top 10 games.
Okay.
And that list was, let me check, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25 games long.
Jesus Christ. Although not far, I'd probably be at about the same spot. I didn't keep the list of like all the other ones that I thought about putting on there, but like you had mentioned, you said Sea of Stars, Sifu was one I talked about. There were a bunch that I had like, are these in my top 10? And yeah, 100%. I probably had about 20, 25 too. So
yeah, I had to make some heartbreaking decisions, but
felt. Although now I'm thinking about it. Do we make a top 100 list for our 100th episode? It could be like a 4-hour episode.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
I don't know what that looks like structurally, like how we do that, but like we should do that.
Yeah, we should.
Put it on the doc. We'll figure it out. We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
But that's we're on episode 63. What are we on? 63, 64?
63.
63. So that's 37 episodes from now. Yep, math is good. Yep. So for now, let's organize our top 10. So you work in the blue column. I'm working in the pink column.
Okay.
I'm going down
do
here.
Do we work at the same time?
I think so. I think just kind of like we're just study hall. Like I'm putting this here and whatever. Probably be some bumbling, talking over. I'm sorry, you go. Type moments here. All right. So I hate to spoil, but like Night in the Woods is at the top. So you have Night in the Woods. Yeah. Don't mind game me. Don't get the fuck out of here. Get the shit out of here. I know you like May for toxic mentalities. I guess I'm gonna put.
I love May. I would die for May.
Exactly. That's crazy. You know how bad of a friend she is?
I don't care. I've been that bad of a friend myself.
That's toxic. Let's see. Oh God, what are we doing? So are you working on yours like separate? Or are you doing like are you gonna? Or I guess I'm trying to think what your workflow is right now, because
I'm trying to figure out like I have an idea that all 10 of these games are top 5 games. So I'm trying to figure out which of these games don't fit into the top 5.
Ooh, interesting. Now I'm
that's
looking.
difficult.
Ooh. Because I have the top 10 organized on this monitor. So I can see it. I'm like, interesting. I'm gonna be like watching, like, okay, ooh, really close.
Yeah.
Now this is where I struggle, Bus, right? Because like, the answer is absolutely Slay the Spires #2, right? Mind games are crazy. Get out of here.
Mind games, me?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it
I think I know your number 5.
Okay.
And I think that's Monster Prom.
I don't know.
Just because you mentioned that it's so close to your top 3 that I know I know the 3 games that make up your top 3.
Okay.
I think. And
maybe.
Monster Prom is just below those.
Okay.
So I'm putting it at number 5.
Fair enough. Good deal.
And then Owlboy should be number 4.
Okay, interesting.
and then he's gonna accuse me of playing mind games.
I just said interesting. I said, no, that's what you're talking about. Ain't do nothing. Shit. So right now I'm like Celeste or Citizen Sleeper.
Interesting.
All right, let's put the fodder. We all know Stardew's the worst. We're putting Stardew at the bottom.
Maybe I should mention like the T-shirt I'm wearing.
I can't see it.
Sleeper T-shirt.
Citizen Sleeper. Okay, so that's so move everything down. Got it. Okay, that's the hit. So then it's Citizen Sleeper is number 3, easy. Citizen Sleeper, then Celeste. Wow, you put Celeste at number 4 during Pride Month, Tofr? That's crazy that you would do that.
That is crazy.
I can't believe it.
May is bisexual, canonically.
May's a bad person.
She's not, damn it.
Total. We're rambling while we're sorting, right? So stick with me here. This is some that B-roll conversation. You know Chris Chan as an entity. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how everyone still calls them Christian Weston Chandler, even though they're now trans. Well, forgive me. I am not the most well informed on the current lifestyle of Kristen Weston Chandler. I believe they're trans or have come out as such, and are now Christy, something to the effect.
I think so. I think it's Christine.
But everyone still, I guess, would dead name them, and that's a very confusing thing for me, because to me that sounded like if they're a bad person, we can still dead name them. Like, I don't know if that's the thing we take away from this, people. That's what I get when I hear people talk about Chris Chan. It's very interesting. Like, oh, what are we doing here, guys? What's the vibe? So you, do I
thing
do?
is, I believe that your top 3 would be different if we did this on another day.
Okay.
Like the order of the 3 games.
Yeah.
I think that it would be the same 3 games, but the order might change depending on which day of the week it is.
It's very possible. It's yeah, that could happen. Man,
I'm gonna put Cuphead at 2.
Okay.
Because I know it's like one of your absolute favorites, but not the favorite.
It's true. It's really fun. I got Cagney Carnation right here on the desk, right next to the King Dice. They're all here, and then the Cupheads and the Devil are across the room.
So if Cuphead is number 2, then I think Shovel Knight is number 1.
Okay.
And that means Moonlighter is number 3.
Interesting. Those are answers.
Those are answers.
Shit, I'm in the spot where I'm doing the how I would rank these, where I'm like, I would totally put Edith Finch towards the top here. And like, would Tofr? I was like, I don't know that I'd put it above Spiritfarer, but I also wouldn't have Spiritfarer this low with this list, you know? I'm thinking, ooh, this is probably terrible. And then If Found and Mutazione are the 2 that I haven't played. So in my head, they're like not lesser than I should. That I have, not like they're lesser than, but I'm just like, oh, I haven't played them. They must be bad.
Oh, if that's the way it's gonna be, Shovel Knight at number 10.
God, you do it, folks. Get him.
No,
Corey from Boss Rush, get him.
no.
Mutazione. All right, I think right now I'm feeling and moving.
Like the second half of this list is really hard to figure out. I'm gonna put Cult of the Lamb at number 6.
Okay.
Because I feel like that could have been a top 5 game if it weren't for the actual top 5.
Sure. I hear you.
You love that game.
Cult of the Lamb. Oh fuck yeah, I love Cult of the Lamb. Absolutely, great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
And I'm gonna put Wild Frost at number 10.
Okay.
Just because I know you love it, but I also know that like deck builders aren't exactly your favorite genre.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So I think it might be the lowest of these games because I can't see it being higher than the Messenger, which I still have to put there in there, or Dredge.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I missing? I have 3 games left. Messenger, Dredge, and Death's Door. See? Death's Door still in there. I'm gonna put the Messenger. Oh. Death's Door.
Yeah.
And Dredge. There we go. That's my top 10.
Interesting. Okay. I'm still not ready to lock mine in. I wanted to fill them in. Now I'm feeling what's right and wrong.
Maybe we could like go look at our lists and
go for round 2.
Go for a round 2. Like
okay.
we can tell each other like the ones that we got correct.
Okay.
And then we get another opportunity to change.
Cool. So
maybe
we could do is
tell us. Maybe you should tell us what your for audio listeners.
Yeah.
How you rank my top 10.
Okay. Cool. So currently, which before I formally lock in, I actively have starting at the top at number 1. I'll start from the bottom. Starting at the bottom, I have number 10 is Stardew Valley. Number 9 is Mutazione. Number 8 is If Found. 7 is What Remains of Edith Finch. 6 is Cyanide Wild Hearts. 5 is Spiritfarer. 4 is Celeste. 3 is Citizen Sleeper. 2 is Slay the Spire. And number 1 is Night in the Woods.
You've got 2 correct.
Ooh. Okay, so we're not telling which ones are correct. You're telling me 2 are correct.
No, I'm going to tell you, but I need to know if you're going to lock
Got it. Okay, when I lock. Okay. I have 2 correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this like the TikTok bottle game where if I move them around, you could be like, now you have 3 right, and then I can lock in, or can I?
No, I'll just tell you. Tell you.
Cool.
Number 3, Citizen Sleeper, is correct.
Okay, I'm gonna make that green.
And number 5, Spiritfarer.
You changed it, you fucking animal. Okay.
Who changed it?
You changed everything.
Me?
Yeah, I thought Night in the Woods was your favorite.
Maybe something happened that makes it not my favorite.
You found out May's a terrible person. Yes.
No. God damn it. You will not attack May like this.
I already have. It's too late. Hold on. I got to see something. You have.
Wait. I'll first list.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Correct. Yeah. Do that.
Order. So I put Shovel Knight at number 1, Cuphead at number 2, Moonlighter at number 3. Owlboy at number 4, Monster Prom at number 5, Cult of the Lamb at number 6, The Messenger at number 7, Death's Door at number 8, Dredge at 9, and Wild Frost at 10.
Okay, give me a second here. Math is hard.
I have 0 correct answers.
That's definitely not true, but I gotta see which ones are right. 'Cause you got it. You have. Sorry, one more check. Make sure I'm not wrong. Nope. You also have 2 correct.
2? Damn.
2. You have 2
Which
correct. They are Moonlighter and Cult of the Lamb.
Moonlighter and Cult of the Lamb. Interesting. So Moonlighter and Cult of the Lamb.
So then.
Okay. So that means that I just need to switch Cuphead and Shovel Knight.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's that easy.
I think it is.
So then.
And then I need to switch Monster Prom and Owlboy.
Maybe.
Because I think those are correct.
Celeste.
If I remember our conversations.
It might be. Could be. So then.
No, is it Slay the Spire at top?
I do love a good deck builder.
You do. So if I do Slay the Spire up here, I do Celeste down here. Maybe Night in the Woods is down here.
Dredge.
And
Messenger.
then Celeste goes here.
No, wait, that's not right.
then all of these are wrong.
I'm locking it in.
Okay. Interesting approach. How about you give me a fucking second, okay?
Go for it.
So
Take your time.
Okay, so I got it. So you hate Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Wow.
Because that game's bad.
I can't believe you just said that.
Sorry. Can I move up like... I wish there was an easy way to do this. No, I can't be right. Let's put Mutazione up here. If Found was the one with the trans girl, correct?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you put a game with a trans person at the bottom during Pride Month, Tofr? That's wild.
Damn.
I can't believe you would do that.
I can't believe that either.
So let's move Stardew up one. And now what did I drop here? Sayonara. Sayonara Wild.
Maybe we should do a round 3 after we...
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Because right now I feel like you're closer to getting it than I am.
I don't know. Maybe you're doing really well.
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so we do... So now I have, again, 10-1. I have 10 is If Found, 9 is Stardew, 8 is Sayonara Wild Hearts, 7 is Mutazione, 6 is What Remains of Edith Finch, 5 Spiritfarer, 4 Celeste, 3 Citizen Sleeper, 2 Night in the Woods, 1 Slay the Spire.
Okay. You have 1 extra correct answer.
Okay.
And that's Night in the Woods at number 2.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right,
So I changed up my list as well. I put Cuphead at the top now, with Shovel Knight at number 2, 3rd place. Monster Prom in 4th, Owlboy in 5th, Cult of the Lamb in 6th, Dredge in 7th, The Messenger in 8th, Wild Frost at 9, Death's Door 10. Did I nail it?
Wait.
It's so quiet.
Just wait a second, I'm thinking. God, you're so loud. And then this.
Me? I would never be loud. I'm quiet. I'm like an ASMR artist.
Oh, you're killing it.
I'm whispering. I'm making the soothing sound. I soothe.
It's good filler. Keep it up.
I don't know what to say because I'm an ASMR artist. Let me make some eating noises. Nah, I hate it.
Do it. Do the lip smacks.
No, it's terrible. That's the worst kind of ASMR.
Oh. Well. Are we doing a round 3? Are we locking in round 3?
Yeah, we're doing a round 3.
All right, you have 8 correct.
8?
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10 correct.
Wait, so 1 and 2.
Yes, I'm making it complicated just in case you fuck up and you were like, oh, these 2 are correct. I'm still going to get some
1 and
wrong.
2. 4
Yep.
was correct as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then 6, 7, and 10, right?
Yep. 6, 7, 8, and 10. Yeah, so you already had Cult of Lamb, so yeah.
Okay. Wow. I thought Owlboy was way higher.
You know what? Once upon a time, it sure was. And we had some reflection. We had some reflection this week, and this is no shot at Owlboy, but I was like, I like a lot of indie games, Tofr. I like a lot of indie games.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm putting Wild at number 5 and Owlboy at number 9.
This is the part where I tell you you're all correct. You're just incorrect. All of it wrong. All 10 are Dead by Daylight. Moron. Got him.
Damn it. I was surprised not to see Dead by Daylight. You love that game.
I fucking hate that game. There was a whole booth at PAX, and every time I walk by and I eyeballed it, I'm like, I fucking hate you. I get an email like, this famous Dead by Daylight streamer is going to be. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care that they're here. I don't like your game.
You're just passing by that booth and you're like, all of you should be Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, all of you should be Dead by Daylight. Oh, fucking ass. All right, here we go.
I'm surprised to see Wild Frost so high.
Yeah, it was
Cult of the Lamb.
that was a reflective one, right? Where I sat there, I was like, Wild Frost is in this top 10. And I think about, granted, if I look at Steam, let me see something. What are my Steam hours on Wild Frost? Hold on, I'm full screen, so it won't let me look at my shit. Wild Frost. Hold on, I'm in vertical mode. I can't see the hours this way.
Oh no.
I have 50.1 hours on Wild Frost, which seems light. But I fucking, I love that game. I so many times, like, I'm just walking around going, dun, 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 and also I like the artist Gazeter. I follow them on social media, like everywhere now. I fucking love their art. I would love at some point to get something commissioned. Like,
they are amazing.
If I can get my gnome drawn in like the Wild Frost style, it'd be so fucking awesome. That'd be such a cool thing to have. Like, I love it. I love Gazeter. I think that's what got me into Wild Frost. And they're like, you're right. I have no beef with deck building roguelikes. Like, I don't hate them by any means. There's just a lot that will, a lot that won't. But like Wild Frost is bar none like my favorite one. I have so much fun with it. I love the art style. I love the loop. I've beaten the game like the one loop through, and they're like, "Would you like to beat your guy?" And it wasn't beating Wild Frost. It's spoiler alert, I guess. When you beat a run, your team gets captured, and now they're the new boss. So if you build a really good fucking team, you have to go beat your really good fucking team. And I think to beat the game, you have to beat it with like challenges on, with like different like, oh, enemies get increased damage, or they might have charms and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so I have to beat a really hard team with handicaps. I'm like, fuck, how do I beat the fucking game? I have a lot of fun doing it. This is normally a part where I'm like, this is really dumb for accessibility. Like, how would you do this? But I'm almost like, all right, you bastards, you got me this time. But next time I'm bringing my fucking snowman. Man. I mean, your bottom five's a lost cause. Like, there's no. Slay the Spire's not lower than this. It can't be. So we did Celeste at 1, Slay the Spire at 3. Okay, well, let me do that. I'm gonna put these over here so I can just copy paste. Right. Okay. So we do. I already had Stardew at 10. I put it there. So let's just keep scrumping up. Let's put Stardew here. Let's put Sayonara here. Let's put...
Maybe I should give you a hint or something.
Maybe. That's you saying I'm super wrong. And then if I go here, and then if I just... What did I miss? I miss Sayonara. Like, that physically can't work. I can't do that. Yeah, give me a hint.
There's one game in this list that I have... I think over 100 hours in on Steam, but I mostly played it on my PS Vita, where I have like a couple hundred hours on it.
Yeah, you did play a lot of What Remains of Edith Finch on your Vita.
Which of these games do you think would hundreds of hours of gameplay?
Mutazione, yeah. And you're saying it's your number one? Like... Are you just saying, you're just telling me about like a lot of time on it? I mean, that makes sense. I just think it's a basic bitch answer.
It's not my number one. It's not my number one.
Ah, so it's your number 4, which means you hate Slay the Spire. And you would put Slay the Spire down here. And then who did I move? I moved Stardew. And then who am I missing? So let's put I think I already had it here, though. And then If Found is higher. So hold on. Celeste, Night in the Woods, Stardew, Slay the Spire, If Found, Mutazione. Edith Finch can't be number 10. That's
It's not even in your list.
What are you talking about? Be quiet over there. Mutazione, Sayonara. Stardew. Okay, sorry, audio listeners. I currently have, this is not final. Number 10 is Sayonara. 9 is Edith Finch. 8 is Mutazione. 7 is If Found. 6 is Slay the Spire. 5 is Spiritfarer. 4 is Stardew. 3 is Citizen Sleeper. 2 is Night in the Woods. And number 1 is Celeste.
Do you want me to confirm how many you've got correct now?
Yeah, do I get around 4?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think you should get around 4. Okay, so Celeste is correct.
Nailed it. Fucking knew it the whole time.
Stardew Valley is correct.
Fucking knew it the whole time.
Slay the Spire is correct.
Knew it. Oh, that's you clicked.
If Found is correct.
Oh my god.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. That's easy. That's
Bottom
easy.
3.
All right. Now, hold on. Give me a second. Let me undo some things because I got to see what list I had. Okay, so we do this. If Found was correct, and then okay, so these.
The top 7 was correct. Yeah.
Okay, so Mutazione, I hit there, and then I hit there. Mutazione, the last is not here, which means Sayonara would have to be here, which would mean Edith Finch goes here. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Woo! I'm a G for audio listeners. It's number 10 is Mutazione. It's your list. I guess you could do that.
Okay, at number 10, it's Mutazione. At number 9, Sayonara Wild Heart. Number 8, What Remains of Edith Finch. Number 7, If Found. 6, Fire. 5, Spiritfarer. Number 4, Stardew Valley. Number 3, Citizen. Number 2, Night in the Woods. And Celeste, I have to be honest, that's since we did the book club.
Fair enough. Okay.
Because I managed to finally beat that game.
That's fair.
And
it's cheating.
Everything that came with it has propelled it up the list.
That's fair. I just think you cheated because you should have been like, oh, we've done the book club and now it is my favorite game of all time, and you didn't say that. That's like lying through omission. So like, I honestly, you might be a worse person than I right now. Wow. And it stung because you know it's true because she's terrible. She's a bad friend.
She's fucking depressed, Danny. She's fucking depressed.
And that's
out
an
of her
excuse?
skull.
Oh, so if I'm depressed, I can hurt all the people around me. That's crazy talk, Tofr.
No, but you will if you get depressed.
That's fair. That's true. Sorry, guys. I'm a little depressed, though. And here, just so for visual, I'm going to fucking change the color of this because it's hard to read on the video. So I'm turning these back to black. Now we know they're all correct. And then you already went through, but I'll just recap mine. So then mine are number 10 is Death's Door. Number 9 is Owlboy. Number 7 is The Messenger. Number 6 is Dredge. No, I skipped a number there. No. 10 is Death's Door. 9 is Owlboy. 8 is The Messenger. 7 is Dredge. 6 is Cult of the Lamb. 5 is Wild Frost. 4 is Monster Prom. 3 is Moonlighter. 2 is Shovel Knight. Number 1 is Cuphead. Cuphead. The Cuphead change was I think about a year ago at some point, where I was just like, how many times I've replayed Cuphead, how many times I listened to the Cuphead soundtrack. Where like I love Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is just is eternally in my heart as one of my favorites. And like the other argument here is when I sat here, I'm like, is Moonlighter above Shovel Knight? And like possibly, maybe. And like I don't like to rank based on how many times I've replayed a game because I think that's asinine. But also, I've played a lot of Cuphead, and I've probably played more Shovel Knight than I've played Moonlighter. But I still talk about Moonlighter like on a fucking regular basis, just because I know the world doesn't need to know about Shovel Knight and Cuphead anymore, but a lot more people need to know about Moonlighter.
Absolutely.
So like, yeah. Which the Underplayed podcast, they already put out their schedule September 9th. They're covering Moonlighter. Hypothetically, if you need an extra seat, you want someone to talk about some fucking moonlighting, give me know. If I we'll fucking talk about it, baby. We'll fucking do it. But yeah. So those are our top 10. Crazy. We've made top 10s. We gotta get these tattooed on our neck now.
On our neck?
Yeah,
Jesus.
just like right here, just like a number 10 list.
Okay.
It'd be lit. It'd be great.
But what if for example Moonlighter 2 enters that top 10 list?
Then what I'll do is, what do we do? So I'll have him like scratch it out through the tattoo. It has to be like a really rough like notebook, right? Like you do like a grocery list, and then as you're scratching them out, you're like, oh, I also forgot paper towels. And you like add that to the side. So I need the tattoo's like cut out like Death's Door, and then like put a little like arrow above Shovel Knight, be like Moonlighter 2, and just like you bump everything down, and you just find out you like really fucking like love Claire Obscure, and it just pushes Celeste and everything down, and you just like scribble out Mutazione like just
might
cut
happen.
it
It
might. Listen, it could. God, Claire's so cool. But yeah. those are us guessing our top 10. Honestly, it was a pretty even match. I think you were both just that good. We only needed the one round to do it, so
Yeah, we
I
nailed
think
it.
that's yours are definitely. I think, and maybe this is the vision, right? Of like I see my games and I see your games and you see your games and you see my games. I think there's so much similarity when I'm looking at yours. I'm like, where do they fall separate? You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Where like where do they disperse? Where I'm just like, oh, mine are so fucking different. I got platformer, roguelike, dating sim, deck building, roguelike, boat, Metroidvania. I have 3 Metroidvanias in there, huh?
They're all different.
They are. Yeah. Oh,
And I
man.
have a platformer,
There
a
you go.
story-based game, a game with dice play,
Ooh,
a
hot.
farming sim, a ferrying the dead people to their final destination,
Yeah, we call it a platformer.
a roguelike deck builder,
Nice.
a game where you erase things,
Damn right.
a walking
We
simulator,
love walking sims.
a fucking music video turned video game, and I call this
Point and click?
TV show.
Not point and click, yeah. It was something.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta fix these
They're
boxes.
different.
Pink. Yeah, they are pretty
They're
different. They're pretty different.
No, but I get it. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
I feel like the like your top 10 is probably more set in stone.
Yes and no. I like I said, I feel like there could be any game that I just wasn't thinking about, right? Because there was a point where I went back and did my like, what were my top 10s for the last couple of years, and like where would I put these, right? And I thought about last year was Dungeons of Hinterberg. I'm like, I do like Dungeons, but I don't think Dungeons is a top 10 for me. It was my favorite game from last year, which I think speaks to 2024, but I don't think it speaks to my gaming history since shoving like into Wii U, 2014, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Something like that.
so all these games I've played since, and like I have these stories, right, of the time I had with Moonlighter of like, do I plug in the Switch or do I go to bed? I plug in the Switch and we keep going. Playing Monster Prom with the group, falling in love with Wild Frost, and being the first like roguelike deck building skit we do for the game of the year videos every year, right? And like having that fun moment. Cult of Lamb being like a tale of two gamers with like, I streamed it and hey chat, come in and like name your character, but you pick your animal, but you have to be blue. We're all part of the Lapis Legion. And then like off stream I'm playing on PS4 and like fucking powering through and beating all the bosses and min-maxing my builds and blah 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 and getting the hammer and all that shit. So like I have such different experiences with like all the games in my top 10. Death's Door being this, I don't go for achievements on Steam, I do on PlayStation, but like I wanted to complete Death's Door. Owlboy was my first Let's Play as a content creator. The Messenger, I maxed out my clock on the Switch. Like the number won't go any higher because I probably sucked at the Metroidvania, but like wanted to collect all the coins. So like all of these games, I have that like experience with them. Like, of course, this sits in my heart somewhere that I would keep it in the top 10. But I could see a world where one day I'm like, man, Sifu really fucks, man. I would probably bump down Death's Door. So there's definitely wiggle room. But I think having a top 50 in my life is something where I'd be more like willing to wiggle and move around and see these, jump. But I think this is a top 10 that I'd be like, yeah, I would stand by this. I'd get this tattooed on my neck.
Yeah, I don't know if I could like leave any of my top 10.
Sure.
But there are really some games that are begging to get into. For example, just Citizens could have picked a sequel as well.
Okay.
And that was a really hard choice. But
Sure.
I didn't want to include both of them.
Yeah.
And like 1,000 Times Resist was
Right. What do you think about that one?
on there.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. I didn't even find.
Nope, hold on, you cut
I
on that
love
one.
Firewatch.
Firewatch. Yep. Damn. Fucking Firewatch. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a walking sim on mine, and I feel like it would be Firewatch or Edith Finch if I had to pick a walking sim. But probably would have been Edith Finch, honestly. Damn.
It is the better game.
It
to be
is.
honest.
Oh yeah. Although it could be Into the Valley of Gods, but we'll never know because Campo Santo's doing who knows what.
Working for fucking Valve.
Jesus Christ, guys, make the fucking game. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Let us know what your top 10 games are in the comments below as we timestamp. And we'll quickly hop into what we've been playing. Tofr, would you like to go first real quick?
Sure thing. I've been playing a roguelike deck builder.
What?
Surprise!
You have?
Yeah. It's called Monster Train 2, and it's the sequel. One of the few games that challenge Slay the Spire and Wild Frost to the throne of the roguelike genre.
Hold on, Discord did not like you on that one. We got a broken sense in that one.
No.
Try again. I want to put the fucking video on the goddamn screen so I can fucking see the fucking shit. So I
wonder why my microphone is being such a...
I wonder if Discord like changed some sensitivity settings. If it's...
I don't know.
Yeah. That setting seemed to be fine. Give it another go.
Okay. So Monster Train 2 is a sequel to the first game. And that first game was one of the few roguelike deck builders that like challenges Slay the Spire and Wild Frost throne roguelike deck building genre.
Okay.
And I have to say, this sequel, it's not a completely new game.
Sure.
It's not like they reinvented their own gameplay. They evolved it.
Cool.
The visuals are slightly, but slightly. The gameplay, most of the evolution of the game achieved by getting new clans and new enemy factions into the meaning that you have new strategies to but it's all based on like everything that the first game set in motion.
Okay. And
it just if you loved the first game, if you love roguelike deck builders, you're gonna love this one. It's an evolution game. If it that evolution has been done really well. I don't have a lot to say about it because you have to figure it out while playing. You have like the fact that you now can play as angels as well as demons is very cool because you choose two factions to play with during, and having like a clan of angels and can be really fun. You can create these synergies that you would have expected before, but it all works so well. This is a lot of roguelike deck builders launch in early access, and this one didn't need to. This is a finished version of a game.
Yeah, this one came shut up ready to go.
Yeah, it's so good, and the music once again, so.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a perfect Steam Deck game as well.
Oh, good to hear.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this before. Since you love Wild Frost, prefer Monster Train to something that makes Slay the Spire, because you also have like the placing of your troops in the train on the different levels. Which influences how you play. So I think this one might be something as well.
Yeah, I think looking at the trailer, right, and you had mentioned like the Wild Frost comparison, which I wasn't really looking at when I saw this trailer, and I kind of like, oh no, okay, I could see it. And I have it downloaded. There is, again, I'll keep mentioning, I have the flight coming up this weekend where it's like a 5-ish hour flight, and realistically, is to watch half the Summer Game Fest showcase while playing something is probably Pippi Streller. There's going to be Redacted. There's going to be something. And like Monster Train's installed, so I'd like to give it a shot. And I'm afraid like if I start with that one, I'll be like, hold on, wait, this might be the whole flight. We'll see. And then the fear that we get Silk Song on the way back, we're like, well, I guess that's the life we live, team. But yeah, I do like the visual style. I think like as I look more at some of these like creature designs, like the like dragon, wyvern, whatever type of lizard flying guys they are, the cool mushroom dudes, like I do like the visual style of it a lot. And I wasn't really savvy on Monster Train 1 until I heard about Monster Train 2. So I'm still like, I don't think I own the first one at all, but we got keys for 2. So I have that sitting on my Steam Deck ready to check out sometime here soon. once the chaos comes down or I get a lull. But yeah, I do think I'll enjoy this one. Maybe not as much as Wild Frost because Gazeter, but if Gazeter made Monster Train, might be the best game ever.
Yeah, it's Monster Train is a bit more for Wild Frost.
Okay,
I think because I cannot for the life of me. Well, I have managed to complete a run here.
Okay, cool. We take that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out more on Monster Train here. So we'll stay tuned. Let me see if I do times. Well, actually, I guess any other thoughts on Monster Train before we?
No, that was it. It's
Cool.
it's a perfect continuation of a series that always deliver quality.
Fuck yeah, we take it. Monster Train 3 coming soon. I made that up. But whilst we're sitting here, I did the times. I'll just re-timestamp because that'll be everyone. God, there's a fucking ad. I didn't get to play a whole lot this past week. It's been busy. It's been editing. It's been recording. It's been It's been preparing for this trip. But last week I did get to stream over on the Whitethorn Twitch channel, along with a bunch of other creators, and I got to play Spray Paint Simulator. Something was really cool is that the progress from the demo did transfer over. I did receive a key for this, both for the demo and then the full game now. But yeah, I got to go live. What was great on launch day. So we had like an embargo. They're like, hey, everybody's streaming, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you don't go past level 4. Like, make sure, we're not going beyond that until the embargo breaks. My stream was after the embargo. So I was one of the first streamers to check out new content. And that was the gallery, which was really fun. I picked a real spot to start at. There's a portion. The one thing I really enjoy about Spray Paint Sim is how much it is trust the process, because you'll go in and anyone who's played Power Wash Sim, it's very similar. It's the methodical, cozy, like I just clean and do whatever, right? But rather than like cleaning things off, you're putting paint onto stuff. But what is more involved in Spray Paint Sim is that you have to like mask off areas. So like, oh, I'm spray painting a car and I don't want to get on the windows, I don't want to get on the bumper, so I got to get cardboard and tape, which you open the shop, buy those things. It's just a simple press F and you'll wrap it with cardboard, so when you spray paint the body it's not affected, etc., etc. So someone in chat was asking like this explained as a very like controlled thing. It isn't like oops, I missed a piece of cardboard and I fucked up my thing. Like, it doesn't really work like that. It is you start the mission, they're like, here's your task, mask off all 35 parts that should not get paint. You will not be allowed to paint until you do that. And you'll like click like, oh, you missed the back tail light. Like, got it, cool, cover it up, awesome. Now go to the shop, buy the paint. You open the shop on your phone, you buy the paint you need, you put it on the floor, you fill up the gun, spray. Once you're out of paint, you buy some more, etc., etc. It is very like, there's not really a fail state here. You can't really fuck up. It is one of those things as the levels go on. I just got to the next level, which is a whole fucking bridge. Which looks like a lot.
Oh.
I've taped it off already. I have to start painting, but it is like, maybe not like Golden Gate Bridge, but it's still a pretty big fucking bridge. So it's a lot that I'm going to have to end up painting, and it's going to be the nooks and crannies. And I just got a new scaffold, which I'm going to have to use to climb. I got new shoes that let me climb up the side of walls. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited to dive into this one, but I literally just finished the museum level and moved on. What I said about trust the process is, man, some of these colors look like they should not go together. Like, this is the stream I did over on their channel, but to start, we had this blue. The room I'm painting is an art gallery. When you come in, you are supposed to remove everything off of the walls. So you take all the paintings down, you take all of the statues that are sitting up, like you move everything so it's as blank of a wall, like a room as you can get. And then that's when you put up the covering, you spray paint. Once you do all the painting, you take all the markings off, and then you put all the statues and paintings back, and then boom, we beat the level. You get paid. So this was a long level. Something that was really funny is, so I had the demo build where I completed the kitchen. When I got the new key with like the demo early access, it gave me access to the third level with the demo properties or something like that. It was weird. But when I beat the third level, it was supposed to give me a new nozzle, which was much bigger and spread more paint faster.
Yeah.
But because I was on the old build, it didn't give me that. So I spent half of this stream using the first nozzle, which is like, fine. It's just very tiny. So I was like, hey, chat, I thought we were going to try and finish this 2 hours. I don't know if we can. And one of the devs, actually I think it was the PR manager, was like, oh yeah, you could use the big nozzle. I'm like, there's another nozzle? And I pull it up, I'm like, there's no nozzle in here. They're like, interesting, you're supposed to get it. I'm like, is it possibly because of the beta build that I'm on? Like, maybe. So I like save, close the game, exit, pull back on Steam, change the beta key, so I'm back on the regular build. I go back in, still nothing there. I load up the bus level. I go into free paint. I close the bus level. I'm like, there it is. Now you got the nozzle. So I was able to buy the nozzle. And then I could paint more, which covers a lot more area, but uses paint faster. So you have to buy more paint if you're not like really precise with making sure you're putting it on instead of like clear coating multiple times or whatever. But yeah, I say all that like, oh, this is different. But I think if you're comfortable with Power Wash Sim, if you've played that to death and you're like, I got nothing left to do, there's no Shrek 2 DLC, so I can paint Shrek Swamp again or whatever. Like this has that same vibe. I've seen some of the trailers. I know there's going to be like mechs and shit you got to climb and paint, which looks fucking nuts. I don't know how many levels there are in this game, but like it's intricate. There's a lot to it. It's not a like hop in, knock out the level and go. Like I spent collectively about 5 hours on this level alone. Again, I had the bad nozzle, so I probably could have done in like 3 if I was able to fix that shit early. But I'm looking at this bridge, I'm like, that's gonna be a long one. That's gonna be a long level. So we'll see when I get to it. But yeah, really fun. Again, if you like your house flippers, your Power Wash Sims, whatever kind of make the chore into a game, it's same avenue. I think you'll love it. Yeah.
Do you think this one will be as fun in co-op as Power Wash is?
I would hope, because I'm trying to think like Power Wash, right? Where I think about cleaning the park and like spray painting the soccer ball around and being all goofy and silly with that, and like seeing some of the different environments. So far, the levels to paint have been very simple. Like this is the most intricate one. It is, again, just kind of an empty room. Like there's not really a lot of toys and trinkets and stuff to mess around with. The next one is just a big open like valley with a bridge. So I feel like there's less to play with if you like those goofy, like, oh no, but I think there's more like, I have to imagine you just fucking spray paint on each other. There's a part of the level much later on, where I start spray painting the side of the room, but I spray painted the word butts on the wall. And I was like, guys, somebody vandalized my paint. What do I do? Like, let's see if I can find it. Oh God, was it this late into the stream? Here we go.
I think it was in the pink already. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the pink. I thought, I didn't realize it took so long on the blue. Anyway, somewhere in here. You can watch the VOD back. It's on Whitethorn. I have the Whitethorn part and my part because I went back on my channel and streamed more to try and finish the level, and then got invited to play Marvel Rivals with a very pretty lady. So I ended up bouncing. I'm like, I'll finish the level later. Bye, guys. But yeah, and then I just was like, butts, got him, funny. But yeah, it's I'll have the VOD up eventually is what I'm saying. Game's really fun. I'm enjoying it. It's the thing of right now where I want to put more time into it, but it is also, I find it hard to explain how I feel like I achieve something in games, and like beating a game doesn't necessarily mean I achieve anything, but sometimes a game like this is very like, I'm spending hours painting something where like I don't get much of a story or anything else out of it. Like I feel like I could go finish playing Pipistrello in the amount of time it would take me to do like 2 more levels in this, where I'm like, that was a lot of time I committed to spray painting walls. Like this feels like it'd have to be a really lull of a day where I'm like, I don't really feel like doing anything. I kind of want something just mindless to go about. And then I spend like a rainy afternoon doing a whole fucking level, and then don't touch the game for a couple months and come back and do it again. Right. But that's everybody's different way of playing. And then of course we're covering games for content, so it is another pace of like, do I put more time in a spray paint sim when I should be playing? Like I should finish Clair Obscur, I should finish blah blah blah. So I think I'll have this game in my backlog for quite a few years, depending how many levels there actually are, and then how much content comes out after. I would love to see it get anywhere near the type of like expansions and crossovers like Power Wash Sim does. Not the same devs at all, so like whatever, but yeah, I just think similar game can get similar care, and yeah, I know some of my girlies out there have been like, oh my God, I love this. Why? I'm like, yes, you'll like it. Please play it. Yes.
It's perfect to play while listening to a podcast.
Exactly.
Like this podcast.
Like Playlog Podcast, the podcast listen to every Thursday, listen to every Thursday on your favorite audio service. And while you're doing that audio service, leave that 5-star review. It's very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Mwah. Here it is. Wait, I found it. I'm writing butts. So I wrote butts because I wrote too big and I didn't have enough room to put the S. See, I make this T fucking huge. I'm like, do the stem. And I'm like, why do I make that T so big? And then I put XD. I thought it was funny. Butt XD.
Nice.
Nice. But yeah, it was a good time. We like it. We like it here. We like having a good time. But yeah, that's what I played this week. And I'm sure next week we have a lot more to talk about with Steam Next Fest and Summer Game Fest, so stay tuned for that. But that's about that. Hold on, let me close the spreadsheet. Timestamp. And with that, we'll jump into the indie releases this week. Quiet week right now, only a few things. This is for the week of June 5th through June 11th. We've got Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 coming on June 4th for PlayStation, Switch, and Steam. And then on June 5th for Switch 2, which I think it's just... Switch 2 is weird. I think it's one version, but it will just work on the other, or is it? I don't know if it's a separate Switch 2 version that has.
I don't know.
Nintendo's weird. Anyway, hey, all you guys getting a Switch 2, have fun. Have you seen the box art for these games, dog?
No.
Oh my god, it's fucking hideous. Let me find the let me find the Pokemon one. Pokemon ZA box art, dude. Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Show me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The art itself, awesome. Like I like the art of Pokemon, but like the box, okay. This has like 5 pixels, so stick with me. Like look how fucking ugly this is. The red box, this huge fucking red banner.
Our connection is
no,
not doing good.
I was doing a little buffery buff shit.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see it like again, this is crunchy, so ignore the crunchiness, but like the red's a whole lot. I don't mind the red box. This banner's so fucking big. We had to put the Nintendo Switch 2 version on there. There's a whole fucking disclaimer down here next to the Peggy. We have a QR code on the box. Like there's not, we don't need all this stuff on the box art. No. A lot of this can go on the back. No one cares about the back, but like the fact that this banner is so big is ridiculous. This is wild. It is. Like I hate this.
A bit silly. You're being silly, Nintendo.
Yeah, fucking ugly. Now my problem is like I like consistency in my boxes. So if I would ever get if I would get a Switch 2 and start getting physical games, which at this rate, the way they charge more for the physical, I'm like, I don't think I would want to go physical at all for the Switch 2. I would have to go all digital, I think. But if they would change the box, I'm like, oh, it looks better now, but also, oh god, they don't match. Like I have 2 separate generations of Switch 2 boxes. I would hate that. But
oh yeah, like the PlayStation 3 did.
Right, exactly. God, be consistent. Be good and be consistent. Anyway, yeah, Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4. Do we know, is it only 4 chapters? Is there a 5th chapter coming, or is 4 the end?
I think there might be more chapters coming.
Okay. I was holding off on Deltarune
when you buy Chapters 3 and 4, or like the version with all chapters, that's the final price. Like any further chapters will be free.
Okay. Might be the move then. I might pick it up it's on PlayStation. I remember grabbing it on PlayStation. Be the move. Nice. Yeah. I wanted to wait because I played all of Undertale wasn't episodic, but like I played all Undertale. I was going to play all of Deltarune together, but we'll see the vibe. We'll see what's up. But yeah, Deltarune comes out on June 4th. Then we have Parallel Experiment, which comes out on June 5th for Steam. We have Cantaloupe Chronicle on June 10th for PC. And then starting on June 9th through the 16th, we have Steam Next Fest, which is a bunch of great demos. I've gotten quite a few emails. I think, the embargo's up, so I could say I haven't played it yet, but what is it? Ever Deep Aurora. We saw a while back at a showcase somewhere. That's a key I got to play the demo. I had access to play early, I just have not had the time. So that's one demo I'm really looking forward to checking out sometime here when I have a chance during Next Fest. I guess I thought I'd be gone for most of it. I guess I get back in time. I still have a few days with Next Fest. I still have time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get some Next Fest. Anything you're looking forward to in there?
The Cantaloupe Chronicle.
Okay.
It's basically Times and Galaxy, but with
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Say sometimes
you're a
like
reporter. People. You're an intern at a newspaper.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You have to uncover the mysteries of a small town.
I don't know. Less
Sounds kinda
robot.
cool.
It does look cute. I do like the art style. It
Yeah.
reminds me of Lake a little bit. Like maybe it's because we're at a fucking lake, but like Lake with I don't know what those generic models are. There's like a model set. You know what I'm talking about? Where like everyone's first 3D indie game has like the generic white character models. They have like a very boxy head. Yeah, like those. They remind me of those. I don't think they're the same kit, but they have a similar build. But okay, cool. That looks fun. Yeah, Deltarune is on the list, and then Next Fest, whatever we're gonna get available for there is gonna be fun too.
Yes.
But
Wait.
me either, but it definitely I have too much shit to play. As we get ready to round out the episode, it is time for us to talk about your favorite indie games. That's right, it's been a minute because we've been doing our indie spotlights, but because we had Foxwalker write in earlier and tell us, ask us their question. They also told us about their favorite indie game, which if you want to write in and tell us about your favorite indie game, you can use the link in the description below. Just like Foxwalker did, where he mentions Super Hot has catchy sound bites, unique gameplay, and aesthetically pioneering. That is the simplicity of the statement. Do with that knowledge as you will. Tofr, you like a little bit of Super Hot, right? We like some Super Hot around here.
Absolutely. I do like when first person shooters do something different.
Yeah.
And I think like we've seen a couple of games now where time only moves when you think super hard. The first to do that.
Uh-huh.
And they did it so well. Like there's a VR version as well. Because that would be, I think that would be amazing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I never got into the VR one, but I remember playing the original one on Game Pass for a while, and I was like super invested in like the time slowing mechanic. I'm like, this is really dope. This is fun. I do dig this a lot. I've never fully committed to Super Hot, and it's like not even like list of shame of like I've played enough to be like, cool, I've played Super Hot. This is cool.
Yeah.
But like definitely wouldn't in the right moment be like, yeah, I could run it back and play some more. Sure, why not? Super Hot's dope. Very fun game. Foxwalker, thank you so much for writing in. I appreciate you telling us about your favorite indie game. And email me about your other game and we'll talk shop. It'll be good. Timestamp. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary friends, and all of my prideful little alphabet soup mafia out there, thank you so much for joining us for our first episode of Pride Month. I appreciate having you guys here. Let me think. No streams this week. I got a wedding and then LA. So we'll be back next week doing who knows what. It'll be a fun time. Tofr, little stinkly binklies, wanted to find you on the internet. Where could they go?
The easiest way to find all of my accounts is through my link tree, which is Play Nice Kids in one word. And just a reminder that I'm streaming on Saturday over on twitch.tv/play_nice.
Oh yeah, there you got it. Play_nice kids on Twitch. Wholesome Directs. Can't wait to watch that after the fact. I know I got a prediction. It's a small prediction. I gotta assume something's happening because I'll dish all about it once it happens. And if it doesn't happen, I'll say nothing. We will pretend anything happened.
Okay.
I don't want to gas it up. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, they're announcing Toem 3! Holy shit!" They fucking like. We didn't even get to it yet, guys. Oh God, I reveal. Oh, I didn't even think about Chocolatier. What if that was there?
Ooh.
We haven't heard from that one in a minute.
No,
Anyway.
we haven't.
I digress. But yeah, guys, don't forget to play American Arcadia. Go play that before our July book club. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're on audio service, leave the 5-star review. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be yawning.
Oh no.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Bye.